I personally believe that if I give you a fish, it's not as beneficial as teaching you how to fish. Today's introduction is going to be on several videos that are related to C2C in doing GraphGAN work. You know the pictures when doing corner to corner? That's what we're going to be discussing today. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to quickly talk about it, and then we're going to do a walkthrough of the pattern itself on screen, and then I'm going to leave you to be able to fish. So we have a video on how to do corner to corner in the GraphGAN format, reading the graphs, making the graphs, and also doing color changing and being able to do all of that. So that video has been around a long time, and I used my friend Sarah from Repeat Crafting Me as an example to be able to do it with a teddy bear. That video is actually widely used, and there's a lot of kudos on it, and I think it's almost the standard when it comes to this. So what we have is, over the years, is Yarn Inspirations has presented several patterns, like tons of patterns, in C2C format. And the problem with the C2C format is that, I could show you row by row and changing the colors on a particular pattern, but I find that people will say to me, I wish you would have done a reindeer instead of a bear, or I wish you would have done a lighthouse instead of something else. And so for me as a tutorial host, it gets very difficult to be able to comply with those kind of requests, because the fact is that once you understand how to do these graphs or even make these graphs, it's basically up to your own story of what you want to complete. So I'm going to refer to that video in the video description if you would like to access that, because that is where you can learn to fish instead of just eating fish. And therefore, even on Yarn Inspirations, the Crochet Crowd, Repeat Crafting Me, for example, you can find these graphs and basically run to town if this is a concept that is of interest to you. We are seeing more and more pop art when it comes to the corner to corner that you'll see here on our selection. So in the more information of the video, not only is the video on learning how to do this concept also there, but you're going to see a whole whack of other patterns that are available where the graphs are already done for you. So that's really quite exciting. So without further ado, I'm going to talk specifically about the pattern that was showcased in the thumbnail, and we're going to walk through each one of those. And currently on my list I have 22 of those, and so each one of those will be a different video, and this is the same introduction for each.
Here we have the Bernat Fading Rainbow C2C crochet blanket. I love this concept. It's a great way to stash bust anything that you would like to do. It's using Bernat Baby Velvet or Bernat crushed velvet, but you can actually substitute with Red Heart Super Saver and etc. Great use of variegated yarn to kind of break away those colors. So this might be something that you already have in your collection for different concepts for being able to color match. So it's a really neat thing. Let's take a look at the pattern, and it is a C2C format. They do provide a graph on the coloring to do the breakdown, so you can see all the different colors they used. So if you don't want to use variegated, you can substitute and just change the fading, or just go with something completely on your own. You could just do black and white stripes. You can do anything that you wish. And of course, when you scroll on down, you have the regular C2C in crochet diagram format. You just have to change the color. The wonderful thing about this is that the colors are just being changed in the rows itself. So there's nothing in the middle that's going to stop you. So you just have to blast out the number of rows that you would like to do for each of the colors. And this is a really neat concept. So this is the Fading Rainbow C2C crochet blanket.